Are you mentally fucked? Are you giving up on life because it's slipping through your fingertips and you just don't know what the fuck is going on? Do you look at yourself in the mirror and just say, "I hate this son of a bitch"? Nah, man, I'm fucking with you. Hey, thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you. Mean a lot to me. This video it's gonna be just one on one. Like I'm talking to you, and you mean a lot to me because you clicked on this video. Um, I just want you to know it's not going to have a lot of pictures. It's not going to have a lot, it's not going to be edited up all fancy like these other people do. Like, I don't know how to do all that shit. I don't know how to do all that. This is just about to be a one-on-one conversation of me telling you what you need to do to get your shit together. Okay? So, I just want you to know it's probably going to have like 4 or 5 pictures, this and that. Other than that, just put your phone up and just take some notes and get ready to actually apply the shit that I say in your life. Actually get ready to apply it. It's one thing to go from one self-help video to another one, to another one, to another one, to make it feel like you actually doing something. But I encourage you to let this be the last video you watch in order to actually make a change and try to actually improve. Okay? So, with that being said, just a quick disclaimer. I'm not a licensed therapist, doctor, psychologist, none of that. So don't come back to me trying to sue me and say, "Oh, you tell it." I ain't with none of that. If you have chemical depression, manic depression, or any other mental health disorder, please go to an actual therapist or doctor. All right? But I mean, I encourage everybody to go to a therapist, but neither here nor there. With all that out the way, let's dive into this video on how to be happy. How to be happy. This video is going to be broken into 3 parts: mind, body, and soul. These 3 things are the key to life itself, and they all work in a cycle. If one thing is broke, everything will break with it. For example, if you are depressed, you will become lazy and unmotivated. If you are lazy and unmotivated, it makes you more depressed, thus creating a cycle. So it is important for you to listen to all 3 of these parts so you can see how you are lacking in each one. And then from there, you can fix your weaknesses in each part and make progress overall. You feel me? I also want to say that progress in any part can and more than likely will take hella time. This shit is not overnight. This can take months or even years, but with consistency, you will see progress. So, with all that out the way, let's dive into the first section, the mind. So the mind refers to positive thoughts and self-talk. Some of the things that ruined my mind were fear of talking to people, overthinking, holding on to the past, fear of the future, insecurities, shit like that. I mostly had bad thoughts through high school until I found out what the fuck was going on. Like, I was anxious, I was mentally withdrawn, I was addicted to beating my dick. Like, I used to always beat my fucking dick in high school, bro. I put it on everything. But, like, that shit really fucked me over. I lacked confidence. Like, I just lacked everything. I just felt like I lacked everything. And I'm going to tell you how I overcame these things through this video. Um, like, I wanted to be famous. I don't know. I just thought that shit would bring me happiness or something because I felt alone. I felt like nobody really fucked with me. It was just so much going on. But I'll tell you how I fixed it. So, fear of judgment and approaching people. You have to realize that nobody gives a fuck about you. Outside that small circle you have, nobody really gives a fuck about you, bro. And that's beautiful. And that's beautiful because you don't owe anybody anything. You can literally walk into a class and just say the stupidest shit ever and people will forget about you. It doesn't matter. I can literally shit my pants, dick falls out in the middle of a fucking Yankees game, live TV, and nobody will care after they done laughing. Like, nobody knows me, so it doesn't matter. And that's a beautiful thing because you can move freely through life. I was scared to talk to this one girl because I was like, why was I scared? I was scared she was gonna judge me, scared because she would laugh at me. But what the fuck? Like, I walk up to her, I talk to her. If it works, then it works. I could have had a girl right now. You feel me? If I fail, she says no, I move on. It's never really that big of a deal. It will never be as bad as it is in your head, bro. Like, and that's the beautiful thing. I had to get over my own mind. I had to get over myself, and you have to get over yourself in order to be happy. Let go of the idea that people are watching you. Like, nobody really cares, and that's beautiful. Also, I think I overcame my fear of approaching people once I realized my time on this earth is limited. In 30 years, God forbid, you feel me? I might get so sick I can't leave the hospital. You feel me? I won't be able to enjoy the feeling of saying hi to somebody new in the mall or talking to that person in class or at work or whatever. You feel me? Those butterflies you get, that fear you get is beautiful because you allowed to experience it. You know what I mean? You never know where you might end up in 10 years. You might get, God forbid, you might get hit by a car and all is in. Like, somebody said this quote, I can't remember who it was, but they said, every person lives two lives. One of them is the one you born with, and the other one is when you realize you only get one. And that shit really hit me because it made me stop hesitating. Next part, confidence. Your confidence is solely based off of what other people think of you, and it shouldn't be. People invented 1 to 10 scales to rate humans on outward appearances, and you use that to compare yourself to. You hate, like, you hate your forehead or your teeth or your small titties or small dick or whatever, and it makes you feel incomplete on and on some real shit that doesn't matter. I've seen a person who was 300 plus pounds and compared on beauty standards, he was ugly as shit on a beauty standard perspective. And he pulled one of the baddest girls I ever seen. We all seen like niggas get get the bad girls, like the bad ones. And they look crazy, like, and you thinking in your head, how did he even get her? But I'ma tell you, it's all just the way you present yourself. It's all about your confidence, about your game, about what you saying. And I know that's a lot to take in, but this stuff can be learned. And if you learn it, you can succeed. Like, a lot of people look at the world and think like, oh, I just can't get a girl because I'm this, or I can't get a guy because I'm this. It's all about your confidence. It's all about how funny you are, how cool you are, how how you work through a conversation. If you can flirt, if you can make a girl feel like this or make a guy feel like that, that's what it is. And I'ma prove it. I'ma show you a picture of this guy. He genuinely motivates me. You know what I mean? He genuinely motivates me. And I'm not showing you this to judge or make fun, but I'm showing you it for motivation because I'm actually proud of this guy. And if he can do it, you can do it. I'm about to show you. Look, him, him. Look at him. You know what I mean? He can't walk. He is physically disabled. And he's still slanging wood. He's still slanging wood. Am I right or am I wrong? He's slanging. And she bad. She bad. She bad. Like, you know what I mean? And people gonna sit there and be like, oh, it's this or oh, it's that. Like, bro, he had the ability to make her feel a certain way. He was able to talk to her. He was able to make her laugh, make her do this, make her feel a way she never felt, make her feel comfort, make her feel, satisfied in a way she never felt. So she stayed with him. And if he can do that, you can do that. You know what I mean? You just gotta stop making excuses and try to learn it. And how do you learn that? You actually have to go out and do it. You actually have to go out and try. You have to say hi to somebody and then start a conversation and then fuck up and then start it with somebody else and then fuck up 100 times until you actually do it without fucking up. That's just how it works. And some people not hard to talk to. Some people, honestly, a lot of people love to talk. So all you got to do is say the right thing, and they're going to talk. So with that being said, we're going to move to our next segment. Holding on to the past. This is another thing that can fuck up your mind. Bro, it's over. It happened. You have to find a way to move on. I know this shit hurt. I know you wish you could have did things different, but you didn't. You didn't. Everything that has happened was meant to happen. It all led you to this point. One thing I had to do was get rid of the sad music on my fucking playlist and the victim mentality and the bullshit ass attitude. And I just had to boss up and realize that this shit is over. You can't hold on to the past. Listen, all right, I know it's easier said than done. So I'm going to give you something that worked for me, a tip that worked for me. Fuck. Fucking burped. All right. I'm going to give you a tip that worked for me. Get rid of the fuck ass, sad ass music, bro. Get rid of the sad music. Trust me. Get rid of the sad music. Like, think about it. Your sad music acts as like a time capsule. Your any music acts as a time capsule, as a slideshow. You feel me? Like when you listen to music, you think about a certain event that's happening while listening to it. It's like a movie. You feel me? If the music happy, you're gonna think about a happy time in your life, or you're gonna picture a happy event in your mind. If the music is sad as shit, you just gonna relive the same sad thoughts that you thinking about. You feel me? Okay, for example, your girlfriend just sucked 10 dicks while you at work and all you do is listen to sad music after you find out. You feel me? Then all you'll be doing is reminding yourself about how deep she had those dicks down her esophagus. And that's just simple math. If you change your music to something happy or something hype, you feel me? Just something. Then you could give your mind an actual break to forget about what has happened and move on from it. You feel me? And that's just one thing. Music, it could be anything, but music is just the example I wanted to give. You know? Now, this next thing is slightly off topic, but it applies to what we feed our mind. So, you want to feed your mind something positive, nothing negative, right? Okay, this can be applied to media, any media, like social media, news, TV, etc. If all you watch is news topics on war and violence, then you may have more anxiety than somebody who doesn't watch those things. You feel me? Like, for example, I had a cousin, he always looked up, like, viruses that came out of the war, and he would text me talking about he's scared of this and he's scared of that. And meanwhile, me, I'm chilling. I'm on, like, you feel me? I'm in the kitchen making a sandwich. I never even heard of this new shit you talking about. You feel me? And I don't care because I don't consume that type of shit. What we feed our mind, you feel me? Like, you are what you eat, bro. And that works the same with your mind. What you feed your mind, you will become. If you feed your mind sad music, you're just gonna be thinking about your girl bouncing on a football player dick. Straight pain. If you think about if you feed your mind war and shit that's happening in the world all the time, then you're just gonna be a ball of anxiety. So keep in mind of that, man. You need to feed your mind positive shit. When I wake up, I deal with what's happening with me. I don't worry about what's happening over here, over there, or down the street, or there. It's nothing wrong with informing yourself on topics of the world, but if your mind is not currently in the right place to handle it, then you have to worry about yourself. Because at the end of the day, you live this life for you. You can't live this life for somebody else. And if you're not in the right mind state to help yourself, you can't help other people. You have to worry about yourself sometimes. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I'm about to segue to the sort of next point. Social media, right? It can. This is another danger of it. It can give people uh, unfair sort of negative emotions about a certain group of people just because they saw negative aspects of that certain demographic on social media without actually experiencing the demographic for themselves. I hope I worded that shit right. You feel me? Basically, what I'm trying to say is you might be afraid of a relationship because you saw videos like people cheating on TikTok. You saw videos like this on TikTok. And tweets about a girl wanting a man with 100-inch dick or a big bank account, or you saw tweets about like bitches ain't shit and bitches ain't that. You feel me? My girl cheated on me with 5 niggas, whatever, right? You might see all that and think all women are like that or all men are like that because you putting yourself in sort of like an echo chamber or some shit. If this applies to you, then you have to escape that echo chamber because it will make you withdrawn from trying to meet new people. You might be hesitant on meeting this guy or meeting that girl because of what you saw on social media. The same can also be applied to people who assume all guys or all girls act a certain way because their ex acted a certain way. That's a version of holding on to the past. You have to let that shit go. You feel me? The truth is, the world isn't doomed. You're just looking at the part that is. Facts, boss. Fucking boss. That shit was hard. Last point I want to make on part one. This sort of connecting back to the depression shit I talked about. Depressed minds lead to a non-productive body. Meaning if you're depressed as shit, you probably won't feel like working out. But a productive body can lead to a positive mind. It's a cycle. If you sitting in a dark ass room beating off all day, then you just making shit worse. You'll have to have the willpower and decide to make a change in order to break the cycle. It's a lot of other shit I could say about the mind, but at the end of the day, everybody's minds are different. So, the video would be just way too long. You have to find your problems with your mind, meditate, pray, walk, do whatever works for you in order to fix your mind. Talk to somebody, go to therapy, fix your mind. Okay, but with all that being said, we're going to go to part two, the body. The body refers to anything in the physical world, surroundings, who you surround yourself with, productivity, exercise, diet, your addictions, etc. Somebody who is unproductive, you know, views themselves as lazy, then they'll only have negative emotions about their self-image. Someone who is addicted to drugs will only feel happy when the drug is in their system. So, porn. When I was young, I would beat my fucking dick all the time. I would just spank the shit out my dick all day. You feel me? That's just what I did when I was young. I used to stay spanking my shit all day in the room. You feel me? And little did I know, I mean that shit would make a lasting impact on my life. You feel me? Because as time went on, you just keep doing it and you keep doing it. As the years pass, it builds a routine. It works its way in your life. You feel me? And every man could relate to that shit. You feel me? You go home, you might have had a long day or whatever the fuck, you beat your shit. And lately I've been trying to stop that shit. You feel me? I went on retentions and stuff. My longest retention was 100 and something days. And I can say that I felt way more free than what I felt like, 2 weeks ago when I decided to do that shit 2 times in one day. Cause I saw this fat ass bouncing up and down. And I'm just spitting facts. You feel me? So I've been trying to get on the retentions and and fix myself. And slowly I've been weaning myself off, and I'm thankful for that. But it's all just simple. It's all simple math. If you're beating your dick, you can't have a girl beating it for you. And you're gonna be lonely as shit, and that's gonna lead to your unhappiness. So you basically sending yourself through constant dopamine fluctuations which stops you from finding like a equilibrium. I noticed in the beginning stages of semen retention, I got frustrated and depressed, and that shit would cause me to like relapse and shit. But instead of instantly running back to porn, I started to ask myself, why am I depressed? Why am I frustrated? Rather than beating off, let me see what's the problem. You feel me? Let me see what's the problem. And I found out I was like when I got depressed, I would think about like my old girl, like one of my old girls and shit. We had a connection. We was vibing and shit. You feel me? And she dipped off. So whenever that pain came up, I used to numb that pain. You feel me? Or when I get frustrated, I used to think about when I was younger. Used to get yelled at, just stay getting yelled at. Like, damn, nigga, you feel fuck you yelling so much for, nigga. You feel me? And that frustration would lead to lustful thoughts, so I can sort of exert that frustration onto someone else sexually, if that shit makes sense. Like that shit can happen. You feel me? Like you getting yelled at as a kid. You feel? I'm not trying to sound like crazy or nothing, but you feel me? You getting yelled at like as a kid. You frustrated and shit. Or you been through pain, or you been through like your parents got divorced, or you went to a funeral at a young age and it sort of traumatized you. That shit can turn into a lust addiction or a drug addiction, or you feel me, a drug addiction when you get older, and it's shit like that you've been through, whatever it may be, that's translating to your pornography addiction today. Like whether it is you alone, whether it is you've been bullied, you've been made fun of, maybe you got assaulted in some way, sexually assaulted, and now you want to masturbate all the time. Whatever it is, it's something that happened to you that triggered that. You feel me? So again, my shit was, people abandoning me, people yelling at me, people disrespecting me feeling like I'm alone, me feeling like me actually being alone, having too much free time on top of that, me being socially awkward, me feeling like I'm out of place in society. So I've made pornography a place where as though I could feel something, rather than feeling nothing. You feel me? And once I found that out, then I found out how to fix it. So let me tell you how I fixed it. Me, to combat the sadness of the girl, I would just meditate and let go of the past. I talked about that in the mind category. Focus on the beauty of the present moment and realize that shit was not meant to be. If you keep looking back, okay, hear me out. This about to be boss. If you keep looking back, you will never notice what's in front of you. Boss. Boss. But shit like that, though. I combated the childhood frustration by talking to the people who yelled at me, who would get angry at me all the time, and just wondering, like, yo, why you used to do that? You feel me? And I found out that they themselves were going through shit, and they casted it on me. You feel me? Hurt people hurt people. I also meditate, and that helps me, deal with the anger issues that I had from that. Also, it would give me like I would be angry at people because of that shit. You feel me? Like if somebody tried to start an argument with me today, I would feel angry because it reminded me of that past. Um, you can also like it's just different shit you could do. It's all types of shit you can do that you've been through. You feel me? The abandonment, people leaving me, people turning their back on me. I started to love my own company more and not worry about what other people do. And just little things like that slowly eating away at the addiction. Like I really don't feel like I need it as much. I feel like I'm growing out of it. You know what I mean? And God willing, I hope I do. But other addictions though, let's keep it moving because we stand on this for too long. Other addictions I have in mind, like nicotine, weed, coffee. That's just three I have in mind. You feel me? Nothing wrong with like coffee every here and there, but if you are only happy or working at peak performance when you drink a cup of coffee, are you truly happy? Think about that. if your attitude is only relying on if 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 you are relying on coffee to keep you up, to keep you energized, to keep you happy, to keep you not being a fucking bitch, how are you happy? What if the coffee line long? What if you running late for work and you can't get a cup? You know, your happiness shouldn't be dependent on something as unreliable as this. Same thing with weed. Cool herb, cool, spark it up with the boys, have some fun, you feel me? I'm not against that shit. Smoke one up. But if you are easily irritated, cranky, or you feel like you can't perform a task until you smoke, then you may be using weed as a crutch. If you one of those, oh, shit, I can't really enjoy this until I'm high, bro. You feel me? Like, it should be better if I was high. I can't really. You think I could smoke real quick, bro? Let me just go get a blunt real quick. These people pissing me off. If you one of them niggas, you're smoking too much, bro, because life should be good as is, and then weed should just be every here and there. I want to just have some fun because I can. It shouldn't be a crutch. But that's just food for thought. Let's move on, because I've been on this section for too long. Next part of the body, surroundings. If you're surrounded by shit, you'll eventually smell like it. Boss. It's simple. It's simple as shit. If your friends bring you down or make fun of you or can't make time for you or whatever the case may be, then leave. You're better off by yourself than with fucked up company. I know you're afraid to do it. I know you're afraid to say, you know what, I'm done, but you just have to say it. If you can't talk that shit through, if you can't sit them down and have a one-on-one conversation and see eye to eye and they're understanding, like if they just say they're fucking with, just say they're pissing you the fuck off. I mean, just say they're really running you up a fucking tree. And you can't just say, hey man, look man, I don't like the way you always you know, make fun of me and shit. It sort of bugs me out, bruh. I don't like that. Oh well, dude, you just gotta toughen up. You just gotta deal with it. Come on, bruh. I'm asking you. I'm asking you kindly. Can you just stop doing it? Yeah, you better go fuck yourself, dude, before I do it again. Just leave. You feel me? Just leave. Because at the end of the day, you can't see eye to eye with these niggas, and you just have to leave. Okay. Okay, segue. Sometimes you won't be able to escape them. That's just the facts of life. Sometimes you can't escape people. You feel me? Like they in your household, or you go to work with them motherfuckers. You feel me? So it's good to find a peaceful place you can go to for an escape. This can be like a park or a coffee shop or whatever. You feel me? You should also fortify your mind and realize that the fucked up things people do to you don't reflect who you are. The fucked up shit they say to you, it doesn't reflect who you are. It reflects who they are. And that's what I mean by hurt people, hurt people. Hurt people, then. I'm tired of hearing that fucking quote. But it's true though. Hurt people hurt other people. You feel me? Because when I was hurt, I hurt people. You feel me? Like, I said some fucked up shit that I regret. I was just angry. And that's what people do. And that's facts. Surroundings can also be the way you treat yourself and the space around you. So, cleaning your room, decorating your room, decorating the desk at work, lighting candles, clipping your nails, showering every fucking day, moisturizing, shit like that. You feel me? Like, these all can be things that help you appreciate yourself, help you appreciate the space that you inhabit every day. You feel me? Like, if you have to inhabit the space, you might as well take care of it. Open up a window, let some light in. Set up a LED light, you know, water some plants. You even feel good because you're taking care of some plants. Water a couple plants, a couple flowers, you know. Fucking get a disco ball type shit, just things that make your surroundings more lively. It can boost your mood. Next part of the body, physical health. Human beings, right? They were designed to be the most efficient hunters in the world. You feel me? We sweat, which helps us run damn near endlessly. We could throw objects at long distances. We used to be climbers, swimmers, all that, builders. But eventually we got to a point where everything was just given to us, and now the only thing we know how to do is get in the car and go to McDonald's, go to Dunkin' Donuts to get a donut for breakfast. You feel me? Like, so if you're in the same inactive routine, then you, you'll feel like a slob. You'll become sort of slobbish. You feel me? Like, I feel better about myself after I left the gym as opposed to me after I ate 2 large cheeseburgers and fries. That feeling, that feeling better about myself translates into more confidence, which translates into more happiness with life, more satisfaction with life. And, no, I don't compare myself to others because that leads to unhappiness also. But I'm me and they are them. But it's good to work out. It's good to get back to that original human function, if that makes sense. It's good to get back to that origin of how we used to be active, doing something, accomplishing things. I'm not saying you got to work out for 6-pack abs or a perfect chest, none of that, because no. But I'm just saying, like, accomplishing minor gym goals and a few times a week will lead to better health, which will lead to a better physique, which will lead to better sex appeal, which will lead to more confidence. And I know with that, you will feel happier. It's just facts. The same could be said about diet. A lot of healthy foods out there are known to boost moods, to boost health, to boost, just to boost you, to make you just a better person. There's a lot of foods that contribute to happier moods. And if you find some of these foods, some of these healthy foods, I'm not a food expert, so I can't tell you the exact ones, but like if you find these vegetables and fruits and seeds and meats that boost moods and eat them consistently over a course of time, you will notice better overall mood. Just think about it. Who do you think is happier? A person who eats healthy, home cooked meals 6 days a week and junk food, you know, every here and there, or a person who eats junk food every day. The person who eating junk food every day can't be that happy. They have to like, bro, I know you're sick right now. Like, I know you're constipated type shit. But that's just the truth of it. When you uphold yourself, you begin to view yourself as something worth upholding. That's just what the truth is. Like, once you start taking care of yourself, you'll then begin to value yourself. You feel me? I eat healthier and exercise, so I'm not out of breath walking up steps like I used to be. I get less cramps because I stretch. And all these little results, they boost my mood. And I know it's just minor things, but like when I add them all up over the course of the years that I've took to do little this and a little that, and I added it all up, it really helped. Like, it really helped, and it really made a difference. Also, getting a good sleep schedule, that's real important too. If you just staying up all night, 5 a.m. in your thoughts, you just gonna be depressed when you wake up. The last thing you think about at night is the first thing you'll think about in the morning, really. So I mean, like, getting a good sleep schedule, making sure you stay positive while trying to go to sleep. If you one of them people who can't sleep, it's foods again. It's good foods that can help with that. You feel me? I heard like 2 tablespoons of honey could help with your sleep, and that taken consistently will help you sleep more. But then on top of that, it's other foods. You got to do your own research. But getting a good sleep schedule is key. Next part, friendship and trying new things. Okay, so this sort of relates to the surroundings aspect, but it need to be said sort of on its own. Stop always saying no to plans. Please stop saying no to plans all the time. I know you're afraid. I know, I know that this invitation to this party is like death to you. It just feels fucking terrible because you don't know anybody there and they're all gonna judge you. I know that's what you think, but it will be okay. Just say yes. Like, nobody, again, back to the mind part, nobody gives a fuck that much. They're gonna say hi to you and that's it. They're gonna forget you're there. And that's good because you don't have to prove anything to nobody. You can just have fun. And the people you do meet that do like you win. Look, I had a friend, right? I had this one friend. He was scared to go to parties. He used to say stupid shit too, stupid ass excuses like, oh, what if the car crashed, bro? What if the car crashes into something? I just can't put myself at risk like that. I just I just can't put myself at risk like that, man. I don't know. Just stupid shit, right? So eventually, you know what I mean. I talked him out of that. I was like, bro, come on, bro. Like, you're overthinking it. You're genuinely overthinking it. Stop overthinking. Stop overthinking stuff. And eventually I talked him into coming to the party with us. And guess what happened when he went to the party? They killed him. No, I'm joking. When he went to the party, he got a lap dance. He got a lap dance. She was fine. She was fine as can be. I'm like, damn, nigga. Yeah. She was fine. She grinding all up on him. And he was happy as shit too. He was happy as a motherfucker. He didn't stop talking about that shit. He didn't stop talking about that shit ever. Like, that's how happy he was. Because he actually went out and experienced something and had fun. Nothing is ever as bad as you create it in your mind, bro. Trust me. Nothing is ever bad as ever bad as you create it in your mind, bro. Trust me. Same thing with me. Like, I was scared to go to certain spots, but once I went, like, bro, one time somebody invited me to a hunt. This is a little story time so you could get to know me. So then you can feel me more. I got invited to this little haunted house. I was scared to go. I was like, nah, bro. I don't want to go because I don't know nobody there, bro. Shit. I went there, bro. I made some money because somebody hired me. They gave me a little costume. They was like scared some people. I seen some baddies in there. Some baddies. I'm talking about they was bad. I'm talking. I'm like, I'm scaring them and all. It was hard. Like, we just had a good time, bro. We just had a good time. And I'm glad I went. And that's what showed me, like, nothing really is bad as you ever created, bro. That's what nothing is ever bad as you created, bro. But basically, you're a human. You should be eager to try shit that's new. You should be eager to try new shit. You know, meet somebody that's new. Hear something new. You know, get off your phone, enjoy your surroundings, and actually live and soak everything in. Take a picture or two to remember it, you feel me? Then enjoy it. People who get stuck in a comfort zone are less happy, way less happy, than people who experiment with new shit. Join a club, get some gym friends, talk to that girl without being afraid of what happened, and just see where it goes. Try something new, bro. Walk into this shop that you never been in and say hi to the person that worked there, and maybe you could start a conversation and meet a lifelong friend. Who knows, bro? Get off your phone, get rid of the addictions, and just live more, bro. Live more. So, part two conclusion. Stay healthy, stay fit, stay eating good, and break free from your addictions. Oh shit, I can't read. Break free of your addictions and your overwhelming lust. What the fuck did I type? Basically, get rid of the addictions. That's basically what I'm saying. Start living in the moment. Try something new. Stop being afraid to go places. And just live more. Take care of yourself because you'll value yourself more once you start taking care of yourself more. All right, boom. That's part two, the body. Now we're moving into the final part. Part three, the soul. Okay, the soul. The soul has everything to do with trusting God, acceptance, fear, death, positive outlook on life, present moment, following your calling, detachment from results, shit like that. Okay, First, I want to say I'm not here to convert anybody to any religion or belief system. You know, you believe what you want to believe, all respect, all love. But I do want you to find what it is you believe and commit to it. Me personally, I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe he died for me. I believe in God. Therefore, due to that belief, I no longer have the fear of death or fear of the future like I used to. You know, I learned how to accept shit for what it is. I learned how to accept the ups and downs of life. When I was younger, I feared like I feared the future. I feared I feared like dumb shit too, like that my parents would just suddenly just die or some shit. Like I just feared shit like that. But now I replace my fear with faith. I stopped trying to control forces out of my control. I know that everything has a plan. Life must have good and bad. It has to have both. That's the point of it. And I've come to accept that. You know what I mean? My belief helps me accept that everything has a purpose. Stop hiding from pain. Only through pain can we gain strength. I had to have my girl leave me for me to even want to find happiness in the first place, so I can make this video and potentially help at least one other person find happiness. You know what I mean? I can save a life through my pain, and so can you. And that's the beauty of it. You know, get rid of the victim mentality and just understand that you are loved and were put here to go through a struggle and overcome it. You feel me? That's what you're here for, to to prevail. This a Bible verse that got me through. You feel me? I want everybody to listen to this. Jesus said, "I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world." John 16:33. So basically, something I had to do and understand is people do fucked up shit. You feel me? You might be evicted from your home, you might get shot, sexually assaulted, anything. You feel me? That's just the hardship that comes with the world. People aren't perfect, so because of that, they harm others. People fucked up, so basically they fuck over other people. It's the way humans are. But understand that God is still rooting for you, that he still loves you regardless of how lost we may be, or how dirty we may feel, or how many times we may mess up. You feel me? Like just how wrong we may feel. We still are valued by him, more than gold, more than diamonds. It's a beautiful thing. You feel me? Like, and that can help you find peace. You are loved. You're loved by God. You're loved by those around you. And you loved by me. You feel me? I hope you get through what you're going through. Accepting that life will have ups and downs and accepting the pain that comes from our past instead of running from it is the next step to happiness. Facts, nigga. Facts. But yeah, everybody and everything and everybody can and will eventually come to an end. Accept this because it's beautiful. Just accept that. Everything comes and everything goes. Accept that, man. So that's a good segue though to the next part. The present moment. All right, look, boom. I knew this one nigga, right? Okay. He used to always be on his phone. Like, he used to always be on his phone, bro. Like, always. Like, one time we even went to a party, bro. Like, we were at a party and he was on his phone watching YouTube. Like, it wasn't even like he texting somebody. He was watching YouTube at a party, bro. Like, one time I had this nigga phone. I went to his Apple setting just to see how long he was on his phone for. He was on his phone for 13 hours a day. 13, and I think it was more, but I'm going to just say 13 for the benefit of the doubt, right? And if you look at that, bro, that's 13 hours. So that means that it's 8 hours of sleep, plus the 1 hour that it takes to brush your teeth, shower, take a shit. Just that. That means 2 hours are left to live. He's on his phone 13 hours, he sleep 8 hours, and he taking a shit for 1 hour. He only has 2 hours to live, bro. Think about that. He only living for 2 hours. So you do the math on your phone to see how long you on your shit, and you do that math and see how long you living. He was unconfident, you feel me? He lacked social skills, all that, because he never really observed life. He never knew how to flow through life naturally because he never paid attention to the social cues or none of that shit, because every time he felt uncomfortable, he just lifted up his phone to escape the situation. But the truth is, uncomfortable situations is how we grow as people. You feel me? And after I talked to the nigga, I was like, yo, you gotta put your phone up. And that's just facts, bro. You just gotta put your phone up. Leave your phone in your pocket. Leave your shit in your dorm or whatever the fuck you do. And he did it because he listened, right? Wise guy, because he listened. And within a week, bro, within a week, I noticed a positive change in him. Like he was just more present, more talking to people, more like, I'm not gonna sit here and say he turned into Shakespeare in a week, but he made progress. He and I also notice when you off your phone, you notice more shit. Like you're more keen to s- funny shit, different shit. Like you might pick up on a conversation that you wouldn't have been paying attention to if you were on your phone. And that conversation can be your ticket into talking to somebody new, or getting a quick laugh, or just enjoying life in general. Like when I'm off my phone, I'm walking down the road, bro, I be hearing people talk and they be saying the craziest shit, and it's just like, yo, what the fuck? But it's funny, or it's just crazy, or you know what I mean? Or when I'm off my phone, people are more likely to talk to me because I'm more in the moment. Like they're more likely to ask me a question because I'm more present in the moment. And if you're like that, then it's a chance you can do the same thing. You feel me? That's just some things I just want to tell you. Like in the present moment is beautiful. Like it's beautiful as shit. Once you sit down and breathe and realize that you're okay and that you're loved, and you'll want to actually be in the now more. You feel me? Like I don't worry about tomorrow. I can't control that shit. I don't worry about what I'm gonna say to this girl when if I see that girl, or I don't fantasize about it. I don't do none of that shit because that's not the present moment. I worry about right now. That's it. No worries. Today. I don't know what's gonna happen to me in 100, in 100 hours. Right now I'm recording myself on this mic. That's what I'm doing. I don't know what will happen outside of that. And that's how you have to be. You feel me? Because when you do that, then you'll let go of a lot of your anxieties. I believe that everything will be okay because God will watch over me. Everything is okay. Okay? Next section, helping others. It's good to help people. It really is. It's good to help people. It's good to help the less fortunate. It will make you feel better. It will make you feel happy. But it's also a negative side of that. There will be people who will try to use you. You feel me? There will be people who have your negative interest in mind. They don't care about you. They just want to use you because they know you will say yes. Learn how to say no to people. If you can't say no to somebody, that doesn't make you a nice guy. It just makes you a coward. You're letting people walk all over you. Learn how to grow a backbone. Learn how to stand up for yourself. Learn how to stop letting people talk down on you. That doesn't mean you have to fight everybody. It doesn't mean you have to turn to violence. But it does mean that you should have some self respect for yourself, enough to at least say no to somebody when they ask you to do something that you don't want to do. That is very important, and that is a real big key to happiness. I knew somebody, and I'm gonna get deep in this on another video because this deserves its own little thing. But I knew somebody who was getting, dragged along, and just because they couldn't say no, and they just lived a life of pain because they couldn't say no, bro. That's all you gotta do is say no, and you can stop getting used so much. You feel me? You feel me? Your journey is your journey. You can't walk somebody else's. Sometimes you have to leave someone for them to heal. The same way I healed once the people I used as a crutch left me. You know, once you stop using people as a crutch, you can learn how to walk by yourself. Bars. Bars, nigga, bars. And that's the same for others. Once people stop using you as a crutch, they can learn to walk for themselves. You have to allow them to walk for themselves. Say no to them. Everything will be okay. The final thing I want to say in this section is following your calling and having detachment. Okay, we all have dreams and aspirations. It is good to incorporate them in our lives. If you like to draw, then draw. If you like ballet, then take a class and fuck what everybody else has to say. Live for you. Buy a guitar, start practicing. Stop procrastinating on shit. Do it. Procrastination will fuck you over. Time is ticking. You remember what I said? Time is ticking. Rather this is responsibility, shit you know you have to do, but you keep putting it off, or your dreams. Do what must be done. Okay. It's good to have healthy routines to keep yourself occupied. Maybe you join a dance class or a club, you know, like having a healthy routine will help you replace the unhealthy routines that you've been following for so long. Like instead of waking up and I don't know, instead of waking up and shooting that black tar heroin, why not wake up and go to a class? You know, it's just simple math, bro. So instead of me laying in the bed and beating my fucking dick at uh 10 p.m., why don't I just take a walk? Or why don't I record a video to help other people? Breaking the fourth wall. But nah, I noticed that I am happy when I am making progress towards a goal versus when I'm not making progress towards anything. You know, and if you don't know what your purpose is, if you don't know what it is that you do, then let it come to you. Stop looking for it. Also, this is something I did. What's the first thing that come to your mind when you think about your purpose? Just yell it out. Three, two, one, boom. That's usually what it is, you know. But you hesitating on it and you second guessing it. I think you know what it is, and if you don't, it'll come to you. Be patient. Be patient. But I want to use this to segue. I want to segue into detachment, right? I make I make music, but I am learning to be detached from the results. One thing that was making me unhappy was that I was worrying about how many views I got and how many likes I got versus the quality of the music that I was putting out. Just how happy I was making it. Like I'm, I feel happy making it. I feel happy writing it, and I feel happy listening to it when it's done. But for some reason, I lose happiness when I see that it doesn't get the views that I wanted to get. You have to practice detachment. You know, if you want to talk to a person, right, and that person across the room, walk over there and talk to them for the sake of talking to them. Don't be attached to the result that you want to get from them. Don't even want a result. Just talk to them for the sake of talking to them, and whatever happens, happen. If you get a number, then get the number. If you don't, then don't. Don't don't expect a result. Just live in the moment. You know what I mean? I exercise. I'm skinny. I'm skinny as shit. I exercise, but I don't have an ideal body type in mind. I only exercise because I love feeling healthy. You feel me? The muscles I gain are just a byproduct of it. It's all detachment. If you attach yourself to a result and then you don't get it, then you'll only feel unsatisfied when that result isn't coming. And the last thing you want to do is take your purpose and attach it to a wanted result. Because then the one thing you love to do will be tainted by some bullshit that you can't control. When we taint our mind with gains and escape the present moment, then we become unhappy. We compare ourselves to others, or we expect unrealistic results too soon. Like we want 1,000,000 views in a week. Like, come on, bruh. Just chill and be present. Be sure to question your goals and make sure that they're as pure as possible. What I mean by that is sometimes like we chase shit that won't bring us peace. Like, I believe goals should be based on what we can control. Like, you remember when I said, did I say it? This video so long I can't even remember if I said it. But neither here nor there. I wanted to be famous, but as I got older, I realized like that goal, it's not really what I want. I just didn't feel like I fit in anywhere. I just didn't feel loved. So my idea of feeling love would be, oh, if I could get famous, the whole world will love me, and then I'll feel like I did something in my life. A lot of people didn't believe in me. A lot of people made fun of me. So if I could get famous, then it'd be like, my payback. But I that's wrong. Like that's not happiness. I wasn't happy chasing that because honestly, I don't even really want to be famous. Really, like I wouldn't mind a couple people knowing me, but sheesh, like goodness gracious, who want to be followed by a mob every time they leave the door? And that's what I mean by making sure your goals are as pure as possible. Like you should base them off what you can control. Like you should like you can't control if you become a a rapper as big as Drake. You can't control that because at the end of the day, it's all based on what other people perceive you as. You can only control the love and the love of the music and the quality of music you put out. You can strive to release the best music, and whatever other people think of it, fuck it. And that's better. That's better because what if you think it's the best and they hate it? Then you'll be sad. But if you think it's the best and you only care about the love you have in the music, it wouldn't matter what other people think. And that's the beauty of detaching from everything. Lastly, detach from things that tarnish the soul, like lust or materialism, or things that pull us from God, things that pull us from the soul. Like because if you don't, then you'll do anything to gain those things. You see people out there trying to kill people over money. People like just clout chasing. You see them like, do you really think they're happy doing all that for some money? Detach from that. Some people feel insignificant when they don't have new shoes or a new car or whatever. Learn how to be thankful with what you have. Be thankful. Gratitude. That's one thing too. Like shit, that could have been the answer, right? Just be thankful. Just be thankful. If you don't know anything else, just be thankful. If you don't get nothing else from this video, just be thankful. I'm gonna let that be the final point of this video. Be thankful. Be grateful. I know you went through ups and you went through downs, but a lot of people went through way worse. And I know you went through a lot of shit, but a lot of other people went through way worse than that. People go through shit all the time. Be thankful because you will always have ups and you will always have downs. Be thankful. You might not have everything, but you have something. Everybody has something. Be thankful. Conclusion. I am done. Conclusion. It's conclusion. We're going to the conclusion, guys. Conclusion, guys. Everybody wake up. The class is over. Wake up, bro. Wake up. Okay, for real. Conclusion. It's no fucking it's no way it's no way on earth I can talk about every single thing it will take to be happy. It's no way. You feel me? I tried to cover as much things as I knew, but it's no way. It's just too much shit. It's too much. And And I myself don't even know everything because I'm not 100% healed either. So if I miss something, let me know. It's a bunch of other shit I didn't talk about, and it's a bunch of shit I wanted to go deeper into in another video. You know what I mean? But this video already long enough. This video long as shit. Damn, this video long as shit. But yeah, the most important thing is mind, body, soul. With that, you can find your weaknesses and fix them on your own or with your therapist. Some things just take time. Some things, it might not even be apparent what you're going through. You might not even know what you're going through. But through time, they're gonna reveal themselves slowly. Through time, you know, you and with mindfulness, you will get better. It might be confusing now, but give yourself time to actually sort out the pieces. Give yourself time to actually sort out the pieces. Don't run from it. Just focus on it and think and give yourself some love. You strong. You doing good. You doing good. You doing good. Positive affirmations are key, guys. You're doing great. Everyone be centered. Positive affirmations. They're perfect. They work for me. They did. They worked for me. They worked for me when I felt like I wasn't shit. And I started telling myself, hey, man, you look good, bruh. You look good. You trying your best. You did a good job today, man. You feel me? You made somebody laugh today. Good job. You did this today. Good job. Give yourself positive affirmations, bruh. You can do it, guys. You can do it. The last thing I want you to understand is happiness is a fluctuation. It really is. Like, I have bad days and good days, regardless of how good or bad life is. Everybody does. Sometimes I have bad days for no apparent reason at all. And in those bad moments, I just practice mindfulness and remind myself it will get better. And I've noticed that nowadays I overcome those bad moments faster. As opposed to when I was young, I used to hold on to them and they would spiral out of control. Then I'd get anxious and I would just bring myself through this rabbit hole of fuckery. But nowadays, I let it flow in and I let it flow out. Understand that life comes in seasons. There will be rejection and death and failure, and it's sad. But keeping an overall positive outlook on life itself, it will help you deal with those sad times more efficiently and more effectively. Always have hope in what is good. If we understand that negative and positive emotions are temporary and we stop expecting good or bad to come into our life, then we will be happy. So, yeah, live in the moment, enjoy the gift of life. Enjoy this, man. Enjoy this. God bless y'all, man. Thanks for watching. If you want to hear more, subscribe, hit the bell, and leave a like for me. I appreciate y'all for listening, especially this long. Shoot, we made it to the end of the video. You gotta let me know. This a long ass video, but yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. God bless again. I love all y'all. Peace.